Let's walk through how to make these 3 social media photo edit trends. So we're gonna start with this photo share edit. And to do that, let's go to our rectangle tool. U is the shortcut. And I'm just gonna click and drag out a rectangle around our player, keeping everything approximately centered. And in the shape settings at the top, you can go to white fill. You can make the stroke non-existent. And then we're gonna take these corners and click and drag to make these slightly rounded, like so. And I'm also gonna center this rectangle on the canvas, both horizontally and vertically. You can hit Command A to select the whole screen. And then with these icons at the top, you can center justify. I'm gonna duplicate this rectangle, Command J. And then if you go back to the shape tool, you can hit U for the shortcut. We're gonna turn the stroke for this one on and turn the fill off. So now we have one layer where it's just the stroke, and one layer where it's just the fill. Now for the fill, we just want to fill in kind of a top and bottom bar, and I want these to be the same size. So let's make a new layer and a new rectangle tool. This one's just going to be the approximate size of the top and bottom. So let's go with something like that. Again, you can turn the fill. Let's make this a color so we can see it. Let's just make it this gold color. Turn the stroke off. And I'm just going to line this up to the top of our rectangle. And then let's duplicate it with Command J and do the same thing on bottom. Now I want these gold rectangles to exist only within the bounds of our big rectangle. So to do that, I'm gonna group these all in a folder and just call it rectangles. And then on the folder, I'm gonna create a mask of the big rectangle by holding Command, clicking on this thumbnail to select that shape, and then clicking the mask icon with this folder selected. So now we've got the gold bars where we want them. You can turn off the white rectangle and then change these gold bars to white. Next, we want to add our text. So let's make a new layer, hit T for the type tool. And I'm just going to click once and type out accept. This font is Helvetica New, bold. Let's make this font size 30. Hit the check mark. We'll put accept over here on the right side. We'll hit Command J to duplicate the layer. Move this one over to the left. This one, we can type out decline. And for this font weight, we'll switch it to medium. And now I want this accept and decline centered, so like the same distance from either edge. So let's group these in a folder together and then Command A to select the whole screen again. With the move tool selected, you can center it at the top. For the text on top, let's make a new layer. T for the type tool. I'm gonna click and drag a rectangle about that width. And we'll type out the Minnesota wind chill would like to share a photo with you. This font, let's go smaller, I'm thinking size 20. And for the color, we can just make this black or like a almost black. We can make the text box a little bit bigger to fit that 2 on the top line. Hit the check mark, and then again with the move tool selected, Command A to select the whole screen, and center justify. We can also center it on this white block. Now the last step is just to make the player pop out of this box. So let's duplicate the photo, bring it up to the top, and then with W, that's the quick selection tool or object selection, you can navigate to quick selection. Click on select subject and click on the mask icon. So it's going to make a selection and then mask out just the cutout. And from here, I would put the cutout into its own folder and then put an inverted mask on this folder, holding Option and clicking on the mask icon at the bottom. That's going to hide the entire layer. So then when we brush back in white, you can brush in white on a black mask to reveal anything back from the original image. So brushing white on the black mask, you can brush back in the parts you want overlapping and kind of popping out. So we've got the disc coming out, we've got the head overlapping, and that is this sharing photo effect. Let's group all these layers in a folder together and just call it photo share. Moving on to the pixel stretch effect, let's hit W right away for our quick selection tool and select the subject. We're gonna mask out this player. Once we've got this selection, I'm just gonna hit Command J. What that's gonna do is just create a copy of the player on its own layer. We still have the background layer behind it, but for now, I just wanna use this layer on the white background so you can see what we're doing. We're gonna go up to what's called the single column marquee tool. M is a shortcut for rectangular marquee tool. If you right click on that, or if you hold shift and click, you can cycle through to the single column. And what this is gonna do is basically just create a selection of a single column of pixels. So I'm just gonna drag this to get like the most of his body all in one line. I'm gonna hit Command J when I'm happy with it. And if you move this to the side, you'll see like it does go from the bottom of his foot, but it doesn't quite reach the top of the disc. So let's make another one back to the cutout layer, single column marquee. And for this one, it kind of just depends on what color we want up at the top. So now the rest of it, I'm just gonna use this slice of his arm and a little bit of the disc. So we'll hit Command J again. Just gonna move this part over so we can see it. You can see it grabs some of the bottom part as well. I'm just gonna use my eraser tool. Almost never use the eraser tool, but just get rid of that because we don't need it. We've already got the pixels from below. We'll move this one over, line it up, and then let's merge these two layers together. Might as well. You can hold Shift, click both the layers, and then Command E is a shortcut to merge. Now just with the move tool selected, we can drag it over, drag it behind the cutout, and then Command T to free transform. This is gonna do the pixel stretch. We can turn back on the background layer so we can see how it's looking with the background. And from here, I would just recommend warping it any way you'd like. So you can go to Edit, Transform, Warp, and just take these corners and really however you see fit. If you want sort of like a curvy, swoopy look to it, which maybe follows the flow of the cutout, that's always a good option. So once you're happy with your warp, you can hit the check mark, and that is our pixel stretch effect. We can group these in a folder together, call it pixel stretch. Last one is the rule of thirds, kind of breaking the rule of thirds effect. First, we're gonna find what the actual rule of thirds should be on this canvas. If you go up to View, and then Guides, New Guide Layout, you can set these parameters. You can do 3 columns, 3 rows, make sure you have nothing for the width or height or gutter, and this is just gonna break up the canvas into thirds, both vertically and horizontally. You can hit OK, and now we just wanna think through which line we're gonna bend, and in this case, because he's kind of got this hand out, I want to take this vertical line, bend it into the hand, and kind of make it look like he's pinching it between his thumb and first finger. So let's start with this line. Let's make a new layer on top of this. I'm gonna go to the pen tool, P is a shortcut, and let's switch the fill to nothing and the stroke to white. Let's use a 3 pixel stroke. And I'm gonna start the pen tool by clicking right at the start of this line at the top. So I'm just gonna click once. I'm gonna click again where we want the line to bend and intersect with our player. So I'm gonna click right there, and then I'm gonna finish by clicking on the bottom intersection point. Next, I'm gonna make a new layer. Let's make the rest of the lines. So I'm just gonna go to my line tool. It's the shape tool, but if you right click, you can go to the line tool, and same settings, 3 pixel stroke. Let's just draw a vertical line down, across, or a horizontal line across, and then another horizontal. So now when we take off our guides, you could see we've got the rule of thirds, but this one is bending with our player. So to really sell this effect, we're gonna cut out this player and kind of mess with it with overlapping the line. Let's hit W once we have this photo layer selected, and then go up to select subject. Let's hit Command J just to free up that cutout into its own layer. So now we just have cutout by himself in addition to the photo. So you can see if you just bring this cutout on top of all the lines, obviously it's in front of everything now. Let's put an inverted mask on this cutout. So holding Option, clicking on the mask icon, that is gonna hide the entirety of this cutout. And now we just wanna brush back in the parts that we want going over the top of these lines. So the thumb, for example, if you hit B for your brush tool, we're using a white brush on a black mask to, again, reveal the parts of this cutout that are on top of everything. So let's have the thumb going over the top like that. So now it looks like he's kind of gripping this line. And then if we want, we could have this leg maybe going over that line as well, and maybe the head. So the main effect, of course, is this bent line, but I think it's also helpful to have other body parts just interacting and overlapping with the grid in various ways. So we can group all these layers into a folder. We'll call it thirds. And there you have our 3 effects. We've got the rule of thirds, the pixel stretch, and this photo share effect. Let me know if you have any questions. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.